Everybody, thanks for joining me today. If you don't know who I am, my name is Artettina. I am an artist who is kind of growing an indoor food forest right now. Let's reduce the plastic in the ocean, and these are a couple little daily tips that you can use. But if I find things that I've been doing that I think would be helpful, like that are things I've had to learn how to do or did, I will be sharing those too. So if you like home and garden plants, art and garden stuff, it's art and garden stuff. If you like that kind of stuff, there is a, is it on this side? I never remember. There's a subscribe button. Please subscribe, and if you find this video extremely helpful and like it and or fun, share it. That would really help me out a great deal. So anyway, what I have me personally been doing is one of the biggest things I've done, and maybe you can hear it in the background right now. I don't know, but you could probably hear it in the background right now. Is I got, this is the big thing I got. This is the big thing I did. So just one of the little extra additional things I did. But this one had the biggest impact as far as weight off my shoulders. Is this home distilling system for my water. It's made a huge difference. Because I drink a lot of water. I like flavored water. I just drink a lot of water. I live in the desert, so it's probably a super good idea to drink a lot of water. And I was getting of course I'm not the only one in the family, but I was getting 1 to 2 big garbage bags of water bottles, water gallons, so I started actually using those because the weight on me of just they don't go to nowhere. And I don't think the recycling companies, I don't know if they actually recycle all of it. And I'm like, you know what? I need to start taking more personal responsibility of what I purchase and bring into my home stays in my home. Number 2, but this is pretty important, is every time I go to the store now, I try to think I'm not just buying this thing I want. For instance, do I really need, this is just an example, sour cream. It comes in a plastic container. And so then I think, well, can I use that plastic container? Because I'm buying both. I'm not just buying the food, that's the item I actually want. I'm buying both. And thank goodness, because I'm into plants, I don't even know if I have one here. Oh, I do have one here. You can't see it because it's the glare. I'll use these as little, when I water the plants, if the plant's too dry and it's drying out too fast, I'll put this in the bottom and it'll absorb the water more slowly. And so I can use it. It actually becomes a tool to me. I live with somebody who likes yogurt, and so they get the yogurts in these cute little round, really cute containers. I actually have one of those too, and I've been using them. So hold on a second. So I'm like, because to me, why go into a store and purchase little containers like this for your plants when it could just become pollution, right? So this is a little sack with a little succulent in it, but to keep him a little bit more moist. All succulents don't need that, but I live in the desert, so and this is a little, and you just actually, these type of yogurts just come with a thing that's on it, and you can actually take off that thing, which again is a little bit of thin plastic, but yeah, so if you're going to, though, you might as well keep most of the plastic. That's just one thing I do. So not getting any more unless I can find it in paper or tin or glass. And that's been much trickier than you think, almost as tricky as, I guess, can you find stuff and buy stuff without sugar in it? It's not even sugar, but artificial sweeteners. And it's that tricky. It makes me sad now. I don't like to actually go shopping now. I don't like to go into the stores because I like to just kind of go right for the fruit section, and because all I see is waste. When I walk into a store, all I look around and I see is waste. And I'm like, it's overwhelming to me to know that me and a few thousand people are probably walking into that store. And, in just a few days, and all that stuff is going somewhere. It doesn't just disappear because you stick it in the bag, but we all know that. We all know that. So anyway, that's one of the things. But the biggest thing I did, guys, is I got a water distiller. Now, I will have a video eventually on what I think of my water distiller that I did get, and I'm actually going to be getting a version that's cheaper because I got a high-end one for a countertop one, the high-end one. I'm going to be getting another distiller and comparing them, because I just think, how can I really know, although I like my distiller, if there isn't something, if I wouldn't have gotten the same thing by paying half. And I think that it would be really, really great and for helpful information to you. Now, I got a distiller because I also have calathea, but mostly for me and the family too. There was too many reasons. The biggest thing that I got it for was no more plastic bottles. It has been such a, just because I am an artist and I package things and I send my art to people, my art needs a little bit of protection, and some of that protection has plastic elements, then it was just that much more of, I'm contributing to this, I'm contributing to this. That's not enough protection for certain pieces, and do I want to just quit being an artist altogether because of it? And then I'm kind of like, well, that's, where can I cut back? Where can I completely cut back? Get a distiller. But I'm going to have a review on the distillers too, or you can watch a bunch of videos. Get a distiller. It is life-changing. I cannot tell you. I have clean water all the time. I'm not lugging extremely heavy jugs around or getting the big things from the stores of multiple things, and I'm not feeling that the plastic that keeps them together, and every individual plastic bottle, and some of the plastic water bottles, because one of the things I did too is I saved all the plastic water jugs to see how much I was actually consuming, and I ended up in just a few weeks with bags and bags of these. And so I kept a lot of the big gallon ones, and I actually store tap water in them, and because I'm in the desert, in case anything happens to the municipal water system, and then I will use my distiller to clean it if anything happens to the water system, and hopefully they'll fix whatever, or I can figure something else out before we drink it all. That's one of the ways I cut back. Eggs. You can get eggs if you eat eggs. You can get eggs, but get them in the paper containers, even if you have to pay more. Actually, if you do have some plastic containers, keep them, because you can use them as little succulent beds. You can use them as flower beds. You can use them also, if you find someone who has chickens who is giving eggs, you can take it and reuse it and put their chicken eggs in the container. And okay, then forward, hair. Now the next big plastic thing I see a lot of is hair products, makeup products, bathroom products, right? And so this is a little bit more of a challenge. There is hair products and soap bars out there that you can use in your hair. I don't want to promote a specific brand. I'm just telling you there are hair products and there are soap products out there that are even better because they don't have all the sticky, like tacky residues that are left over. I use has a very thin plastic wrapping, and then it comes in a box. I don't know why they put it. Maybe I think they do it the same way as reason why I do my art that way, which is if any moisture or humidity gets into the box, then plastic layer, that it's completely inconsequential to the big jugs of plastic that you get your soap in almost on a weekly or monthly basis. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is a soap you can lather up and get soap bubbles just like a hair soap, and you use it in your hair and you're everywhere, and you can get the smells you like. I think there's a company now, I saw a commercial for them actually, and they had different types and smells, and it's in a ball. People who are actually filling these needs now of, let's just stop this, because this is a fast track to nowhere, and it's not all getting recycled. It's not. And we can't be killing the sea creatures. And what the predictions are, 2025 or 2030 or 2035, something like that. I can't remember. There's predictions that there'll be more plastic in the ocean. There may be, if we don't stop this, more plastic in the ocean than there are fish, and that's like horrific. That's like scary. I'm sharing this, okay? Because this is important to me, and I know if you came across this video, this is important to you too. And thank you, my brothers and my sisters out there. When it comes home, it's yours. You bought it, right? So there's that mentality in my head of, if I'm gonna buy this, can I make it? Like, for instance, I really love potato chips and French fries. So I'm getting to the point too where, like, one of my friends, really good friends, has a French fry baker fryer thing. Not a fryer, I think it's a baker, like you put it in the bake. And so I'm going to start doing that too because I like those things. But you go into the stores and all potato chips and chips in general, I think there's only one brand that I even found that was, most of the bag was like paper with an incredibly thin plastic for the little window, and on the inside just to keep moisture out, but it was really a very thin, the paper was the support for your teeth. So for the teeth, you can do baking soda with a little bit of mint, like a drop of mint in it. Like you can get mint extract, you can get rum extract, you can get vanilla extract, you can get, I mean, there's just so, anise extract. There's so many different extracts you can get and put a drop, or you're going to have to seriously dilute it, inside baking soda, and you can brush your teeth with that, and your mouth will be really, really fresh. You can spit it out. It doesn't have all the other chemicals, toxins, whatever in it. You can also, what toothpaste you have left, you can make that go a long ways. I admit, the toothpaste I do have now that I was trying, I do believe it's a plastic tube, but it was a charcoal kind of toothpaste by a responsible company, and mostly because they don't have fluoride in it, because I think I'm sensitive to fluoride. I'm trying to do personally for myself, because I can't force other people to do it. Obviously, we all have free will. That's why we're given free will. And so I just can only be the example of, hey, this is important to me, and try to do these things and say, no, I don't want that, or no, please don't buy that for me because it's in plastic. There's versions not in plastic. And treats and candies you can get. You can find things that actually come in little tins. If you want, these have been around for a long time. So it's just, yeah, so those are just some ideas that I found the most helpful to me that cut back on the most garbage, trash. Milk, you can get those in paper containers and organically, and I know that's really expensive, but if you absolutely must have it, I actually think it would be more prudent if you're anywhere in the country where you can get to somebody who has cows or camels or goats. Go talk to them and find out who they are and get real stuff. Not that stuff in stores isn't real, it's just, it's not sustainable. And we'll all work together. This is our home for a very brief period of time. Our physical bodies need this physical world, and we're all one. We're all one with each other, and we're all one with the planet, and I do believe that. And to live from that, I just personally every day go, where can I cut back and make my life actually, and your lives, and more importantly our great-great-grandchildren's lives, better. And I mean, there's so much big stuff going on in the world, but it's the little things every day that add up too. It's the ripples in the water, right? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, don't forget to pound that like button, and if you hate the video, pound the like button anyway. And
one more tip coming.
And bell, I think the bell still does something, maybe. And don't forget to subscribe. And okay, another one would be, instead of using razors, the plastic razors, there's razors that aren't plastic if you have to do that. But a faster method, I actually find it to be a little faster, I actually find it to be just a little bit faster. I think it's faster, but the growth is weird, is actually waxing. And you can get a cold wax, or it's just less plastic. Maybe it's not less plastic. Anyway, it's something to consider, because I know some come in containers and you just do the waxing. But that's something to consider. Like, my biggest thing when I go to the store is I'm trying to remind myself, I'm not buying the food, I'm buying the whole thing. Can I use the whole thing?
Doing Friday. Okay, I'm moving. The videos will now be launched every Sunday at 6:45 Western United States time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.